And every time that Donald Trump uses this kind of language, I always worry that it's an incitement to elements of our country that might go ahead and do something when the President of the United States calls the press the enemy of the people, that they might take that seriously. Right. Does that concern you?
Well, you know, the thing is, you try to take a lot of what you get, the incoming, in stride. I know a lot of people love to retweet all of the death threats that they get and all the nasty things that they get. But when you receive tweets every day and somebody's threatening your life and they talk about lynching you and your family after President Trump has his way with the media, this happens over and over again. And I don't think there's anybody that's in the media that doesn't hear that every day. So, yes, there are unbalanced people on the right. There are unbalanced people that support Donald Trump as well. So, yeah, this is very, very dangerous. And as Chris Wallace said yesterday I thought it's significant, on Fox News Sunday, the president crossed a line. We Republicans, talking about myself, you know, I hear John McCain saying, well, I hate you. I hate the press. He's not joking. We grow up with the press being biased and beating us up and always giving our Democratic opponent every benefit of the doubt. That's just part of the playing field. And it's one thing to say the press is liberal. It's one thing to say the Ninth Circuit is liberal. But when you start saying that somebody is an enemy of the people, then that does incite people to violence, especially if it's coming from the President of the United States. And Mike Barnicle, what is so rich about Donald Trump talking about fake news and Reince Priebus talking about stories that are inaccurate, there's a president who, from the second he got into office, was lying about crowd sizes that were verifiably false. If you just looked at satellite images, lied last week in a press conference about having the largest electoral college victory since Reagan. That was a lie as well. Lied about the crime rate being at a 47-year high when it was at a 47-year low, except for last year when we had a slight bump up. And then, of course, the terror attack in Sweden this weekend. I mean, as Jesus said, I mean, you know, don't throw stones if you live in glass houses. This man lives in the biggest glass house there is when it comes to a disconnection from truth. So to attack the media and then say they're enemies of the people is beyond the pale.
You know, Joe, the media, my view is that we need no defense. Our defense occurs each and every day that a newspaper is printed in a big city or a small town in this country.
Or we fire up the cameras here.
Yeah, but the evidence is in what we've done through history, help bring wars like Vietnam to full focus for the American people, help people on an everyday basis. The problem here, the danger here, I would submit, is when he says the fake news media is the enemy of the American people. That's a slow slide to immigrants are the enemy of the American people. Unions are the enemy of the American people.